traditional rulers in Ketu communities in Yewa North local government have written petitions to the authorities of the Nigerian Army over alleged connivance of some officers with herders to harass their subjects. The traditional rulers in a petition dated January 7, 2021 alleged that herders invaded Iselu, Ibeku, Agbon-Ojodu and Asha communities with soldiers and molested their people on December 19, 2020. The traditional rulers were the Onigwa of Igwa land, Oba Michael Dusumu, the Eselu of Iselu land, Oba Kintunde Akinyemi, and the Alade Meso of Igan Alade, Oba Gabriel Olalowo. The traditional rulers in the petition alleged that about 10 soldiers suspected to be from 35 Artillery Brigade of the Nigerian Army, Alamala, accompanied the herders to the affected villages. In the letter, the traditional rulers said that the herders and the soldiers stormed Ibeku village in a vehicle belonging to the army and proceeded to the residence of the village head. The Bale was asked to gather his subjects and people from nearby villages, which he did. The suspected soldiers told the people that the purpose of their visit was to inform them that the Fulani herders would be coming into their communities to graze cows. Thus, the soldiers would ensure that there was no breakdown of law and order. After their address, they asked if anyone had a question or comment to make in reaction to the information. Expectedly, one Mr. Sheye Mulero responded by calling the attention of the soldiers to the inherent challenges of allowing the herders in their communities based on the sad previous experiences in the community. That the said Sheye Mulero further cited past killings, maiming and destruction of farms to buttress his point. Sadly, at this point, the soldiers seized him and mercilessly beat him up. In the same manner, the Fulani herders in the company of the suspected soldiers left Ibeku for Asha, the adjoining village, to address the Bale of Asha and his subjects as they had earlier done at Ibeku. Shockingly to the soldiers, after their address, the people refused to respond, having heard what transpired at Ibeku. However, one of the Fulani herders cited some of the people in the audience and picked on them as those that purportedly shouted on them at Ibeku while brutalizing their victim, Sheye Mulero. The herders asked the soldiers to also deal with them. On hearing this, the people took to their heels. However, one Gabriel Mulero was not so lucky enough, as the soldiers grabbed him and ruthlessly assaulted him. He was whisked away in their pickup vehicle to Agbon-Ojodu, another adjoining village, where they compelled the Bale to assemble his subjects for a forceful briefing. It was at Agbon-Ojodu that the said Gabriel Mulero was dropped off from the army pickup following pleadings by some community leaders. The petition read, they asked the military authority to identify, investigate and prosecute the suspected soldiers for their alleged connivance and involvement in the attacks on the villagers by the Fulani Herdsmen. The traditional rulers informed that the police were aware of the accusation against the soldiers. The traditional rulers further said that State Commissioner of Police Edward Ajogun had on January 3rd brokered a meeting over the matter at the police divisional headquarters, Igwa. Herdsmen attacks Ogun traditional rulers, right army over alleged connivance. So guys, have you heard it all now? I'm sure this is not answer. So you see what is happening in this age and time, this 21st century. Can you imagine? I'm sure you heard what happened. You see what the soldiers are doing, forcing the people. No, the question now is that, so does it mean now that the governor is not aware of the whole thing? We've been talking about this. Or could it be that is the reason why they have not even formed the Amotekun in that state? Among the southwest states, four states, I think 4 states have started, remaining Ogun State and Lagos State. Or does it mean he was being told not to form that, and that is why they are trying to discredit Amotekun in Oyo. That man, he will do what he wants to do. Nobody can pocket him. The governor of that state, Seyi Makinde, to a very large extent for the now. And that is why he is having problem with them. And that's why they want to sabotage the efforts of Amotekun in that state. You can imagine what happened. These are the traditional rulers that are saying this, that are writing this petition. This was what happened. Not that some people came to tell them, oh, that our badlands, oh, see what happened, oh, they came to our place, oh, so we are coming to report to you. It was the badlands in all those areas that they called. They called them separately to say, these people are coming. These people are coming to our community, to your community, and you must allow them to finish. Then you want to tell us, Lai Mohammed is not hearing this one. Femi Adesina, Garba Shehu, Buhari will not hear. They are not hearing these ones. These are the traditional rulers. These are traditional constituted authority. Not that people are just passing on the road. And there's one particular man that I always listen to, I usually listen to on radio. He will tell you that, they will say, Fulani Herdsmen. Are you telling us that it is not happening? He will not tell you that, yes, I know that this is not happening, but we just have to apply caution. So people should not talk. This kind of a thing, they will behave as if they did not hear. At this age and time, can you imagine that kind of a thing? Are you now seeing the Fulanization and Islamization they are talking about? To the extent, the Nigeria army, they didn't put water in their mouth. They are saying it. They should fish those people out. See the way they are beating people. Has it gotten to that level? And we say we have a president in this country. Has it gotten to this level? Hey, while I was going through this whole thing, I was scared. I was just scared. I was just imagining myself in that kind of gathering. I was just imagining myself. I didn't mean I was there. You just keep quiet. Then they will tell you go and do farming. People are lazy. Go and do farming. One Agbola just died in Ibadan, Oyo State there. Did government say anything? No. Can you imagine? They are now, hey, Bochime. Hell. This thing is serious, oh. It is really, it's serious. It's worse than what we think. It is worse than what we think. Just imagine yourself in that gathering. What would you have done? So you just like, okay, I don't want anybody to touch me. So that means maybe the best thing is just so. But what will the people now do? Because that is the only source, their source of livelihood. They will that is maybe the best thing is just for them to abandon it. Like seriously, hey, this is terrible. This is terrible. Everything don't pafuka for this country. It don't pafuka. If this is not a failed state, what do we call this? This is a working state. If it is not a failed state, then what do we call it? My goodness. At this age and time. And we have governors. Hey. What are they doing? Nothing, no. Nothing. While I was going through this whole thing, it reminded me of a EndSARS protest at what is it called, the Lekki Tollgate. See the way they, oh my goodness. So guys, please let us know what you think. Please, let us know what you think. This one is beyond also.